What is up, guys? Today I'm coming to you from Art of Animation, staying on property, but I went to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party 2017 last night, and I'm gonna give you my tips from this year's party as I know them, as I saw them, as they happened last night. Let me give you those tips now, guys. Okay guys, so for the first tip, and I said this last week, or on the tips, overall tips based video, get there early. You can get there at 4 o'clock. I got there at 5, and I think it affected the rest of my party. And here's why. Because when I went to get in line for Jack Skellington, the line was out the door. It was already an hour and a half wait. And at 5 o'clock or 5:30, by the time I actually got to that line, I did not want to wait. Like, I was not gonna wait into the party time for that character meet and greet that I actually experienced last year. With that being said, this party is what you make it. If you want to do characters, do characters. If you want to do candy, do candy. And if you want to do shows and parades and everything, do that. Or you can just do everything, which I did a lot of stuff yesterday. The only thing I really didn't do was meet and greets, the character meet and greets. I've done most of them before, so I didn't really feel the need to do that. My second tip, if you're going to be trick-or-treating, just wait. I saw it at 7 o'clock when the party began. There was lines. There's lines for candy, lines for candy, lines for candy. I didn't trick-or-treat until, what was it, like, I think it was like 10:15. It was after Halloween. It was the first time that I went trick-or-treating for candy. I went back to Storybook Circus and I ran through there each side twice. So 4 total sweeps of 3 buckets, and had a big bag full of candy, and which it was the big Disney bag. So that's another tip, guys. If you're gonna trick or treat, go buy, and if you're gonna buy something, just ask them for the big bag, because if you get the big bag, you can trick or treat with that. You don't have to trick or treat with the small bag that they are going to give you. Just get the big bag, guys. As well, just wait. You don't have to ever stand in line for trick-or-treating, guys. If you wait till the end of the party, wait with an hour left or something in that range, and do it then. So get everything else taken care of and then trick-or-treat at the end. That is definitely a recommendation. Next up on the recommendation, guys, I would definitely recommend that you do the second Boo-to-You parade. Actually, I'd recommend that you do both Boo-to-You parades, but the first Boo-to-You parade, I waited about an hour 15, which was really uncalled for. I probably needed to wait 30 to 45 minutes where I waited to get my spot. The second time I walked up, like 15 minutes before the parade, 15 minutes, bingo, bango, bongo, the same spot that I had earlier that I would have had to wait longer for, I get with no issue. So the second parade, much easier, much lighter traffic, but obviously, get to the Boo-to-You parade. Is like literally one of my favorite things about the whole party. I saw it twice last night. My next recommendation on the party is choose a good night, guys. I went on a Tuesday night. There was so little traffic last night. I thought there was a lot of traffic at the beginning, but that's because everybody's coming in. By the end of the night, I realized there was not a lot of people there on a Tuesday night, Walt Disney World, trick-or-treating. And obviously the earlier you go in the season, the less people it's gonna be on a Tuesday night. Friday nights, obviously there's more people locally that can go. Tuesday nights are the time to go to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, guys. Next up, guys, also make sure you get a good spot for Hallowishes, as there's perimeter fireworks during Hallowishes, guys, and you're gonna want to make sure you can see them all. My recommendation is from the hub. I know right now I'm repeating some stuff that I said in my overall tips from last week, but here's the deal, guys. This is the 217. This is 2017. I went there last night, and this is like straight off of my mind right now, what I did last night. Next up, if you want to meet characters, get in line early, guys. Get in line early, especially if you want to meet Moana, Jack, or the 7 Dwarfs. You're going to have to get there early. Those lines were 45 minutes to an hour long by 5 o'clock yesterday, and the party was not that packed yesterday. Just those lines were really long. Jack starts meeting early. I don't know if Moana did, but I know the 7 doors don't start meeting to 6:45 or 7. But you could possibly get in Jack's line really early. If you get there by 4:30, get in that line and be done with it and be standing in the 7 doors line or Moana's line almost instantaneously and have 2 big meet and greets done before the party begins. I looked at the rest of the lines last night and I didn't think like they were that line. There was Jafar, the genie with Jasmine, the characters in their Halloween costumes and things like that. There wasn't a big demand. There wasn't a huge line on any of those. So definitely, if you want to do the character meet and greets, plan that in advance. Plan that in advance. Plan that in advance. Last but not least, guys, make sure you grab the handy dandy guide. I would show you mine, but mine is like literally crumpled up into pieces. Grab that guide. Grab the map when you go in and know where everything is. And if you get a chance to look at it beforehand, there's plenty of sites right now that already have the maps from this year up. Plan your party, like know where everything is. There's always something going on around every corner and you don't want to miss something because you're like, oh, I didn't know there was a magic shot there, or I didn't know this. I didn't do a lot of stuff last night that I did in my first party last year because I've done it and I wasn't keyed in on that. I wanted to capture the Booty You Parade, Hallow Wishes, and the Villain Spooktacular, before anything else. So those were my priorities last night. I will be going to this party again in about 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and priorities will be completely different. I'm sure it'll be more character driven and more of that type of stuff at that time, and I won't be so worried about capturing the parades and doing some stuff like that. So definitely get your map and know where everything is. Quick tips for this time. Hopefully this video is really short and really get to it and you get a lot out of it. I'm definitely aiming for a much quicker video on the 2017 tips video and not as much detail to it. If you want more detail, go to the overall, boom, right here. I'll plug it in right here. Go to that and that will tell you exactly where and what. My longer tip video that was up last week. This is just the 2017. I went last night, wanted to share it with you, wanted to let you know everything that was anything at the party last night, guys, and hopefully will make your party so much easier and you'll get to do everything and anything that you want at your Halloween party. Guys, until next week and until next time, I hope to see you again so we can do this again. Bye-bye.